much ado about nothing. We've set up all of the sound equipment.
It's a very intricate setup. I mean, there are cords absolutely everywhere.
You know what?
I'm afraid if I move a millimeter, I will trip and get very hurt or even ill.
And that's why a lot of the time, sometimes I think of you as very paranoid, Max.
Well, I'm paranoid for good reason. It's because, people do want to do me harm, and I'm very clumsy, and I'm very fragile.
Most people are... Let's introduce ourselves, because I don't think... This is the first episode... Untitled. It will have a title, though, by the time you're listening to it.
We'll throw something up there.
But for now, hey, I'm James.
My name is Max Goranson.
And I'm Julian Curtis Battersby Morris. You haven't heard my voice yet, but I think you'll get used to it.
Yes.
I think you might hear a little too much of it, to be honest.
It's all...
Because you know what? You're already talking too much already. So.
Yeah. I didn't say my last name.
Tell you what, time may prove you right, but for now, let's just try and enjoy the ride.
Oh, and James, what is your last name? I think everyone would like to know that.
It's Naunton.
So James Naunton, it would be your full name.
That would be the full. Well, all right. So what's
the full extent of it?
I'm glad we got that out in the open.
We have so many great ideas here to discuss with you guys.
And nobody has heard all of our great ideas.
The theme of this podcast is we hang out, we talk about stuff.
We essentially shoot the proverbial shit.
And we're going to make jokes along the way if we feel inclined to.
Musical interludes.
We got improvised songs for you guys. We got stories. We got people calling in.
On the way, the improvised songs I tell you coming right now to you. Dooba 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 dooba.
Well, they'll be better than that piece of shit, but, that's just, I guess, an example of something that could.
We like to keep a kind of critical air around the podcast. I think you'll notice. We don't let each other get away with...
It's only the first one, so we don't really...
Just trying their hardest on a song.
Right.
Were you really trying your hardest there, or...
We'll straight up tell you what,
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Even straight up when it's going, if you try a song and we don't like it,
we'll let you know.
Yeah, forget it.
It's going to be no secret.
But folks, if you want to call in, well, we haven't set that up yet, but it will be.
But the lines are waiting.
The lines are waiting, but they are not connected to any kind of, outlet.
The lines aren't hot,
they're not
warm.
hooked up, but they're certainly waiting. They're certainly warm as they are on Julian's radiator, and they are heating up. So, in that sense, we're quite ready.
Speaking. I don't have a radiator in my...
Right. Now, we don't have to grill each other quite this hard. I think if we say something that may not be true or is a little bit far-fetched or just an exaggeration, we don't have to nitpick everything everyone says, because that will get tedious, and I will want to fucking leave and go back home and quit. Because I'm not getting put on the spot after work, where shit is already bad. Coming here and
James,
also being nitpicked.
Where is it you work?
Yeah,
you work at a grocery store, right?
Well, and also I do work at a grocery store.
What it is.
It's basically not that great. Never has been. Never will be.
Now, James, you recently got a new position at the store. The old one, from what I understand, involved you operating a rotisserie and spinning chickens very often.
And actually...
You're a rotisserie engineer?
No, it never included a rotisserie at all, and I've said this several times. It was just an oven. You put in about, say, 16 chickens at a time into the oven.
Hell of a lot of bird.
How do you fit them all in the spit? How do you fit them all in
Well, they each...
Does it get a little heavy with your hand? Because, it's 16 chickens.
That's no rotisserie.
I know you have grip strength,
pounds,
but I mean, you're
16
cranking chickens at 2 pounds apiece. I mean, you're talking about...
Sometimes more than 2 pounds, Julian. You'd be
surprised.
That's about
32 pounds.
Yeah.
And you're just cranking that on a
all
spit.
day long over that wood-burning fire. That's what I love about that Loblaws.
Yeah, there's no rotisserie.
Fire.
There is now, though. But there wasn't when I was working there. So
now you've moved on to a new title, though.
Yeah.
You're not at the rotisserie anymore.
I'm not.
You're something to do with grocery pickups.
People order groceries online.
Computers.
What is that called? Actually, we should probably not say the name of the place that you work.
And that's
well,
legal reasons, but
we'll bleep it out as is done.
Or we just
well, if we're going to bleep it out, what we just want to say in the first place.
So much work.
Well, I'll say it right now. It's Loblaws.
Well, all right.
We'll beep that out.
That will be
James
your task
works
now
at the
to
Loblaws
listen.
at Laird and Redpath Road, everybody. So
Redpath Road?
Is that not
No,
the,
there's a Red Wave
is that not the
Redpath
correct?
Road, that's where the place where they make the sugar.
Okay, well,
But, no, so
We'll
now
bleep out that erroneous
Juliana's going to have to
information
go
as well.
listen to this and bleep that. I don't even think we need to bleep it out, but I rather would because I don't want someone listening to this and me getting fired. But I don't think that would happen anyway.
Well, I think
no,
there's
maybe
a
it's time
certain-
to get fired anyway.
there's a certain comedy in jeopardizing your job. To me.
I guess there's a little bit of a sick, twisted feeling people get when they know, oh, you might get fired. He's doing it anyway. So maybe it's exciting in that way.
Something interesting on your phone?
No, I was just trying to set like a bit of an alarm so that if we get past a certain point, we'll be like, oh, it's.
That's a good idea.
That's very proactive of you.
But I'm just going to keep looking at the time. But we're not going to be too focused on that, right?
Right. Well, you were just
On the time.
You were just
Sure, why
jumping into telling us about your job. I think.
Yeah,
Right.
please continue, James.
Because you told us at the party that I had at my house, December 5th, 2014. Be there.
Next year.
Be there
Yeah.
last year.
But we'll make an announcement about your next birthday closer to the time.
Yeah, closer to the date, we will announce that. That'll all be coming up very soon. Stay tuned.
Basically a year from now.
But you were just about to tell us that story
Right.
about something. You had a bit of a mishap on the parking lot.
Yes.
I understand.
People order their groceries and pick them up at the store. They order them online, and we bag them up and fucking deliver it to them. So I was, we have these little carts we take with us, and we had all the groceries, talked to the guy. The guy came in and said, oh, hello, welcome. Take a look around, which he actually did. I gave him a little tour of the place because it's a relatively new program.
Wow.
Yeah, I showed him. Yeah. Anyway, so we get all the stuff bagged up. I mean, we already. Never mind. We bring it outside.
Sounds like a drug deal or something.
It's kind of that process.
Sketchy operation. Yes.
Anyway, we bring the groceries out, and we start putting these things in this guy's car. We put in the bags in the trunk, one by one, or two by two. The bags go marching two by two. Anyway, my coworker goes to talk to them about something, some kind of issue with the order, and I'm standing there. The cart is like kind of parked. There's no parking space. It's just kind of sitting there, right? So then I go to talk to this guy
really
too.
It's parking space.
Yeah. What? No.
The cart should probably have its own
Should.
parking space.
Should. I'm not going to deny it.
No comment from me on that.
I go to talk to this customer too, and then suddenly I look over at my coworker. She screams. I turn around, and the cart has flown into this person's car. So naturally, I am very scared. We pull the cart away from the car.
Flew into the customer's car.
Yeah, it wasn't really even that windy, and I'm wondering how it happened. I think it was probably my fault.
I suspect foul play.
So anyway, we pull it out, the cart, and that you have that moment though where you kind of think like,
Everything might
it's
be
all
okay.
right.
Everything might be
It looked like it was fine from my angle. I was like,
Wait,
oh.
so you kind of had a moment that you could have stopped the cart, but
No.
you're saying that you thought it might have been okay, so you let it careen into the.
No. It had already flown in at this point.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't.
But,
I never saw it move.
As you're approaching the car, you're thinking, okay, you know what?
fine.
Everything's probably fine. I doubt there was any damage, and there's that glimmer of hope inside of you. Right.
I pulled it out. I thought it was fine, and then I even said that. Like I was like, "Oh, it's okay." And then it kind of lean a little bit to the left, and there's just a fucking huge dent. And
the cart's been considerably weighed down by groceries, right?
We've moved the groceries, but the cart is like a heavy kind of. It's a heavy.
It's not like your average.
Oh, it's not a grocery.
It's not a
cart.
grocery
People have to
cart.
understand. It's
It's
an
a
industrial
big,
kind
industrial,
of
like
almost
tote.
like a
That is
forklift.
holds bins.
vital to understanding this.
Got kind of a John Deere image in my mind.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, so what? We panic. We don't panic. I'm panicking in my mind. I see my coworker. Her eyes are wide. scared.
Inside James's mind. In reality, James goes, well, all right.
That's actually pretty much what it was. I said, well, I didn't actually say anything. My coworker was like, do you want us to get the manager? Anyway, the guy comes out and he looks at his car and he goes like, oh, nice fucking job.
Oh, God.
Your manager was pissed.
That wasn't manager. That was the guy whose car we dented.
Which is an understandable response.
Not really. I kind of thought, just get over it, pal.
It's only a fucking car.
It's only a fucking car. Well, the company will pay for it. That's the thing, and they did. So
we again won't be mentioning who the company is, but it is Loblaws.
It is the Loblaws at Laird and Redway Road. So
they fucking paid for it. They're fancy people. Those owners of Loblaws.
Oh yeah, real fancy. Hey, let's keep the police and the insurance out of this because we're real fancy. Let's do this under the table. How much do you want? How much the damage costs you? Oh, let me write you a blank check, buddy. Within reason, okay? Jesus, corporations,
fucking crooks, man. They're all fucking crooks.
Man.
You know who Loblaws is owned by?
Yeah, I do.
Who?
Should I say it?
Well, I might as well now.
It's the Westons, my friend.
My God.
Of Smith & Wesson?
I don't know what that
is.
is.
The Westons, as in the Weston Conference Center.
The Westons of Loblaws, I think.
The Westons, as in the House of Weston, that is currently the ruling monarchy in Britain.
Wow.
I guess so.
It could be true. I can't...
Well...
I can't contest that.
The House of Weston.
But that's... Yeah, you know what? I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and now it's on the podcast. I tell you what, you should quit that job ASAP.
ASAP. Yeah, well,
This guy lives downtown in the fucking core of Chinatown.
And you got to go all the way out to buttfuck nowhere for this thing.
Yeah, like
right?
we said, what is it, Leaside and Redpath?
It's a pretty stupid,
Laird and Redwood, not
really far.
Not Redpath.
Yeah, well, hey, guess what? I still got to pay rent, so I don't want to leave just yet.
Yeah,
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. Well, you got your girlfriend, you got your roommates. You can just coast. That's what I've done all my fucking
just
life.
Coast.
It's easy. You just coast.
Max lives in Lawrence Park.
I live in Lawrence Park with my beautiful family.
Lawrence Park is an affluent white.
It's
semi-suburban, I would say.
If we're going to be frank, I don't live in Lawrence Park. I live in Lytton Park, which is not nearly as wealthy as Lawrence Park. But, I'm not going to split hairs over this. And I'm certainly not upper middle class, although that.
Well, you're certainly within the top 50th percentile.
Well, so are you. So.
Well, we'll look into the numbers.
Max. Let's
talk about Max's life. We've gotten a little bit of a background on James's harrowing employment situation. And he's going to be quitting soon. But Max,
maybe.
What are you doing with your life right now? And what's your 5-year plan? Go.
Okay, what I'm doing with my life right now is I'm going to school and I'm getting really cool so I can be a big boy. That's number one is, becoming a big boy. Being a big boy. Because you got to be a big boy, None of this little boy bullshit. I want to be a big boy ASAP. And that's why you got to go to school and that's why you got to learn how to be cool. So, I think I'm going to be doing that for the next at least 2 years. Then I'm probably just going to live at home, eat a lot of noodles, just kind of build up on carbs. For 1 year, you got to carb up. Everybody knows that.
Yes, you're talking about the process of bulking up and then cutting back. So for a full year, you what is it? You eat noodles.
I eat noodles, lots of bread, pastas,
right?
Different
noodles,
kinds of Chinese
pasta.
Noodles, and different rices. Just to get that nice layer, you got to get that nice layer before you go out into the ring and essentially fight for your life in the workplace
in Lytton Park.
In Lytton Park, in the workplace at Lytton Park. So that's kind of where I'm going. That's my trajectory. That's my life in a nutshell.
Okay,
it's simple, it's beautiful, and it's who I am.
Hey, you said nutshell. Maybe you should have said pasta shell. You know what I
mean? With all those carbs.
Fusilli. I'm talking about
linguine.
Yeah, talking
what's
about
in the sheets? What are the
talking about lasagna shells? Talking about
lasagna
those
shells.
undulated leaves of lasagna.
You know, we joke, but you know, it is important to carb up. You know, people don't understand the importance of carbs in life. And, you know, your diet should be constituted by at least 80% of carbs.
Yeah, fuck pasta. I don't like spaghetti and all that.
Oh, that is a horrible
Is that true about you?
I hate.
Yeah.
Is that really true, though?
Yeah, I don't like pasta and all that stuff.
That's strange, because I distinctly remember us going to my cottage, you know,
yeah.
in
I didn't like it.
11 to film, was it Halloween in the Woods?
It's a little short film we did. It never got released. There's a story behind that one, too. Maybe we'll have a certain guest on. We can talk about that.
That's for another episode.
Leaving tapes in the rain.
Oh, man. Oh, that was a rough weekend.
Breaking into a cottage.
Okay. Well, let's not incriminate ourselves quite yet. But at any rate, you know, my mom made a lovely spaghetti dish that you both praised insistently. It was almost a little strange how much you were praising this dish.
I do remember you being very uncomfortable by how much gusto.
It was a little
probably Julian
was a little
pesto.
I didn't
gusto pasto.
Oh, James, I distinctly remember you saying, you know, Mrs. Max's mom, I absolutely love this dish. The tomato sauce, the noodles, the beef, the cheese. It's all wonderful. And just to hear you saying now that, you know, you're not a big pasta fan, it's a little bit two-faced.
Right.
And it makes me trust you a lot less.
Well,
so,
you know, I wanted to be nice.
What are you going to tell your mom?
I don't know what I'm going to tell her. I don't know.
You're just going to let her go on believing a lie? Or tell her and have her kind of... I mean, she puts a lot of trust in James. I know they're
very close, which is strange.
She never knew that. Maybe she does
nice.
know that he doesn't like pasta, and
well,
you're the last one to find out. Well, that must make you feel.
It certainly would be disturbing if that was the truth.
And is that the truth, James?
Maybe it is.
Okay, well, we should take a break soon.
I'm sorry.
Right. No, it's fine. Let's just
I think you've always known I'm a chicken guy. That was the number one joke.
Everyone knows you're a chicken
about
guy,
me is that I'm a chicken guy.
The fact that you've lied to me for all these years is just a little...
It doesn't come up quite that often about pasta, though.
Yeah,
it's come up 3 times in total.
3 times.
Yeah.
In reverse chronological order, pasta has come up today. Pasta came up about 3 weeks ago. And pasta came up back in 2010.
That night we had it.
2009.
2010. 2009, actually, because it was...
It would have been 09, yeah.
Yeah. Nearing the end of 09. So, all right, there you go. That's about pasta.
That's weird. You guys call it 09?
09, yeah.
Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong, ding, 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 dong.
You've got to have some pasta. You've got to eat some... Now. You've got to have some pasta. I eat it off my plate.
Mommy, will you make me something weedy in red sauce? Would you cut up a little dog and make it so soft?
Julian, let's hear about you.
Yeah, let's get to you.
What do you want to know about me? There's really not much to tell.
I'd really love to know about your father's side of the family.
If at all possible. Go ahead.
Yeah.
My father's side of the family? Well, I don't know that much about my father's side of the family. I guess, well, he's got about... He's one of 5 kids, so I've got a decent amount of aunts and uncles, just one aunt, and 3 uncles, I believe, on my dad's side. And they've all of them got kids. And I don't know, but one of my dad's brothers is out in England, and got a couple of uncles who live in Ontario. Why are we talking about this? I mean, what did you want to know? Get to the heart of the point. Get to the heart of the matter.
Just tell us about you. I guess your life.
Tell us about you, but with focus on your dad.
Tell us about your papa.
Okay, you know what? That song made me really not want to talk about my dad, and I just, I take it as an affront.
I think this is a button issue for Julian.
What I mean, I don't see why it has to be this thing that has to come up. I mean, it's not some kind of button issue for me. You know what I mean? It's just
you weren't supposed to hear that. That was a whisper. I don't know how you picked that up. He must have supersonic
hearing. Pick what up?
He's got the headphones on. You can probably hear everything we're saying.
Engineer.
That's one thing about me. I'm the guy who's got all the cool shit. So right now we're in my bedroom. Sitting under my cool bunk bed, not from IKEA, made out of wood.
None of that particle.
Knock on wood, right?
Yeah, knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
You can do it. He just did it.
And I've got the MacBook Pro, and I've got the microphones that we're all kind of huddled around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess you could say I've got it pretty good.
If you look at the situation, you do have all the power.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having such, fucking issues with burping and belching today. I don't know what's wrong. A lot of problems inside my body.
I haven't noticed that either.
You haven't, or you have?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
I said I have noticed that.
I've burped like 10 times. So have you, or haven't you noticed it?
No.
I've definitely noticed it.
Max has noticed it. Right.
I haven't noticed anything at all. I think you've been seeming pretty normal.
No, I'm saying that I have noticed it.
Yeah, he has noticed. Right.
I have, but you're saying me neither. But that doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking about? James said, I've been burping a lot today. You said, I haven't heard any burps coming out of your mouth. And I said, I haven't either heard any burps coming out of James's mouth.
That's not what I said at all. I said I had noticed James burping a lot. I had.
Well, we can agree to agree on that.
Okay, what about this? What if I say I haven't noticed James burping at all today?
Yes, me too.
Oh, shit.
This is so weird. You guys are acting like,
I think there's just some kind of a disconnection going on.
Look, I've been
looking
burping
really
a lot today.
Okay, shut the fuck up, James. No one cares about your burps. All right?
That's what this is about.
We're just trying to figure out what I said and what Julian heard.
What Julian is doing right now is he's fucking trying to get under your skin. I agree with you for bringing up
You know what? Tell you what, if we'd recorded
dad.
the whole conversation, then we could go back and check. But since we didn't, I guess we're just going to have to leave it in the past. Sometimes I think people should just leave things in the past. I don't understand why every time that my dad comes up in conversation, it has to turn into this big thing of, oh, what happened in the past? What was it like when you were a little boy? Oh, where is your father now? Have you talked to him today? No, I haven't even texted him. But it's not like it's some kind of hot button issue for me. Let's take a break. I kind of like the meta-ness of it. I kind of like the...
Yeah.
It's a formal joke.
What's going on? Why is it all red? Is it recording?
Yeah, that's just the way that it works.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're back
already.
We're back.
Sure.
All right.
Why not?
Well,
nice if you get a bit of warning.
That was a break. It was a break for us, but no one else knows it was a break. When you're listening, it just came right back. There was no cut for them but for us, several minutes have passed.
Yeah.
We've already got another drink.
Oh no, I was thinking we would just probably put in 7 to 10 minutes of just silence before we come back, just for the breaks. Give people an actual break so they can go.
7 minutes is coming at it a little bit hard.
It's a little bit long.
All right,
I'm afraid you might lose some listeners.
Yeah. They could always just skip over
what
it, but I don't know.
Fast forward.
Yeah.
I was about to say rewind.
Rewind?
They wouldn't want to
go back to the same shit they listened to.
I get the feeling that anybody who's listening up to the 25-minute mark of what we just recorded is not going to mind the extra 7 to 10 minutes of silence just to decompress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I suppose they are in it for the long haul.
It's like a little intermission.
That's right. They're our wifey.
Guys, it's time for the first segment of the show that we ever do. The first actual segment, improv songs.
What are you talking about? Oh, improv
songs.
Improvised music can be so very great.
Improvise music for me and your great aunt
Nate.
So when I
so that's the caliber that you're talking about here. I mean, you're not going to be hearing just
not just regular bullshit. This is going to be creative.
No love songs here.
I'm not talking about your top 40 sludge, okay?
No, thank you.
Nothing
all
about
indie
clubs.
all the time.
It's not even indie. It's something totally separate from that. This is boys making noise.
Indie is independent music, but this is independent of
independent music. No, you're absolutely wrong. Babies in the night, gonna have a big fright. Babies in the night, you better eat your cookie dough. Babies in the night, gonna fly a kite for you in the sky. Gonna ride a kite, gonna eat some dice, gonna fucking roll around.
Gonna ride a kite, I'm gonna fly my bike, gonna ride my kite into the sunset. I'm gonna fly my bike, yeah! Babies in the night, babies in the dead of night, babies in the night now. Talking babies in the dead of night.
Oh no! I dropped my little boy.
I'm okay, Dad. I'm here.
Why don't you sit back in bed, son? You might get wet down the grass there. I'll tell you that much.
Dad, I'm not sleepy. I'm gonna stay up. If that's okay with you.
Well, you're a man now. I guess I can't control what you do. You might be only 3 months old, but
once I was a baby, but now I'm a man.
Once I was a baby, but now I'm a man. Once I was a baby, but now I'm a man.
I went through childhood. I went through infancy. I went through teenhood. I went through puberty, and now I'm a man.
Gonna eat the jelly and no jam. I'm a man. I'm a man. I got my chest hair. I'm a man.
So that song was called Peanut Butter and Jelly, No Jam.
And I was playing that on the piano there.
We had James
on the
Naughton
piano.
on the Yamaha. It looks like some kind of piano.
It came out with some pretty fun stuff.
Julian Battersby Morris was on lead and backup vocals.
And Max Goranson was on backup and lead vocals.
As well as the claps. You might have heard me doing a bit of clapping.
In there. And you know what? If you guys are listening to this and you want to like take that out, you want to grab that little bit there of that song.
You want to sample that?
Grab it.
That's public
Put it
domain.
up somewhere.
It's public domain. You know, we haven't been signed yet to any major podcast distributors, although I suspect it's going to be happening soon. And for that reason, I'd say snatch up all of the sound bites that you can as soon as possible.
Exactly. If you like that song, you want to put it in your iPod and just hear that, not have to skip to it every time.
Yeah, you can go into GarageBand, cut it up. You know, it'll
take that bit out, put it in your.
It won't be great quality, but it's better than nothing. You know?
And then you can put that up, and you can actually make a whole list of all the improv songs we do on this fucking show.
But you know that's
your
your
job. Be on there.
That's your job and not ours. So that's your responsibility if you want to go and do that. Because Lord knows we have too much on our fucking plates.
Yeah.
For that kind of endeavor.
But that was the first segment, improv songs.
Okay, we'll drink to that. Am I right, guys?
I'm out.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've just poured a few.
I'm out of mine, but.
Couple of drinks. Well,
I guess both of you guys are out of your
poured
drinks.
that minutes ago. It seems like
you really slurped
you
that
killed
up
that
there,
pretty fast,
friend.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're at. Let me just look at the time we've got here.
Yeah,
we're at a little past the 30-minute mark, I think. Not counting the 7 to 10 minutes of silence that will be added in.
I hope it won't.
Well,
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Like I said, I've got all the cool stuff. So,
and like I said earlier, you do have the power. So,
and that's what makes our friendship work.
Julian has the power, James has the wit, and I am just an obsequious little shit. So that really is the dynamic here.
And you're the one who can do all the best rhymes.
That's true. You know, I have that going for me. Oh man, I'm a rhymer.
He's a rhyming machine. Did you hear him back in the studio?
Yeah, back
in the studio.
Yeah,
4 minutes ago.
the improv song studio.
I guess your bedroom does turn.
If anyone, I mean, obviously people here listening can't see this, but the improv song studio is about 5 centimeters away from where everything else is. Way more than that, actually. It's more like 20, but 20 centimeters away.
Let's say 25.
A couple feet.
Anyway, that's a strong ending. So let's end strong. I think I'm gonna hit the pause and then it'll abruptly end. So if you guys want to give any more,
what you're gonna hear, guys, is you're gonna hear kind of the ending theme song play.
Yeah, it's playing right now.
Seconds.
I think. Yeah.
It's kind of playing over what we're saying right now.
It's kind of almost covering up some of the words that we're saying.
We can't hear it, but you guys can. So hooray to you! You fucking did it. Congratulations! You hear the theme song. Good for you. Thank you for listening, and we will be surely seeing more of you guys. We'll have guests on, by the way. We'll have guests. So.
Yeah, stay tuned for lots of great guests, lots more stories like the riveting one James told us about his rotisserie station.
And we're gonna set up the number thing so you guys can call in.
And just stay tuned because we're gonna have some great laughs and more than a few gaffes. So
I think that's a strong finish,
Bye.
Stronger than the original. So I just want to say thank you for listening. And anybody want to have the last word before I hit the pause?
Clarity.